We did. We are
We did
here.
it.
We are here.
Y'all, first off, before I say welcome, I just want to say we crash landed into another live. Slice of pie. I hope y'all enjoyed the intro. I really worked hard on it. But we have a special guest today, and Calvin, there is no way I was going to have you coming into the ordinary slice of pie.
Hey, I
So
appreciate it.
thank you so much for being here.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you for having me. It's an honor. It's an honor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So, unlike the other slice of pies, I usually have like at least an ordered set of questions that I ask, but yours is different, and I think because you're such an inspiration in what you do, so we're going to get to talk about not normal fitness, your background, all about who you are. But for the folks that are going to be watching this, I hope y'all are ready to be inspired and encouraged. I will say Calvin is one of those people that I believe is walking for real, walking in God's favor. If you're not one of those people, y'all gonna be one of those people today, okay? And so we're gonna touch on that. So if you came here to hear a word, you're gonna pick up a word today. So KB, I just first of all, I am so honored to meet you. I'm so glad that you're here. You touch people's lives. I think probably much more impactful than you even know. You touched me the first time I had the conversation with you. I think it was in June,
Yes.
and we were planning this out. And in that call, I remember saying I wasn't quite sure what exactly we were going to talk about, but in the instant, I knew that your story and your background and just the inspiration, encouragement that you gave. A lot of times, people see the end of, they see your success, but they don't really understand what it took to get here. So for all of us, whether folks are watching it live or watching the replay, I think we're going to really benefit from getting some of the jewels that you drop with me. So I'm sharing with y'all just for 40 minutes, but that's it.
All right. That's it. That's it.
So tell us a little bit more about, let's start with where you are today. Tell us more about, who you are and what you do. And then we're going to walk our story back.
Walk down memory lane a little bit. There we go.
Yes.
All right. So today I am in Atlanta, Georgia, in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and I am a personal trainer director at Just For You Fitness. And right now I run a 23,000 square foot gym. And I'm doing a lot of promoting my business, my brand. I'm promoting a lot of my supplements, my clothing line. I'm training a lot of clients there. I'm just doing a lot of networking, trying to get my feet wet here in Atlanta. I've been here about 2.5 years. So I'm just doing what I love to do. My passion is training people and working with people and, just changing lives. So I'm just trying to get my feet wet and just, stay about and stay afloat here in the health community. So I'm just trying to do a lot. It's more to come. Never stagnant, never complacent. So I'm just doing a lot and just making a lot of different changes and, hoping I inspire a lot of people. So that's where I'm
You
at.
know what? I want to say, like, again, it's not just about fitness, the physical fitness. I think what you're also doing is helping people emotionally, to kind of just love ourselves where we are in the process. And I think as I'm a little bit more privy to your background, your heart is in this. I think that's what shows up. So can you walk us back, brother, because how you even got started? You're here in Georgia now. You're here in Atlanta, Georgia now. Mm-hmm. But you have, you're a successful businessman from another part. Okay, so why don't we walk our story back and tell us a little bit more about how did you even come into fitness? How did you get started?
Well, I started in Brunswick, Georgia. That's where everything pretty much unfolded. Started in a little small gym. It was called CIA Sports Center in Brunswick, Georgia, and I started out with my kids. I wanted to become a trainer, and I wanted to, just help people and, just change lives, especially with kids in the community. So I just wanted to get my feet wet in the community. And I started with my kids, my 3 kids, and, I started training them. And, I just asked them one day, I said, hey, do you think this will work for all kids? They was like, yeah, Dad. This, kids are like this. I said, okay. So I started in that gym. And, I started, more kids started coming. I started working with kids, and I expanded. And when I expanded, I was still working at one of at a job. It was called Hagemeyer.
Mhm.
And so I had my government job. So and I, one day I just got the nerve to say, you know what, I want to open my own gym one day. And lo and behold, a good friend of mine, I called him my Diddy. He told me, he said, KB, if you want to open up a gym, just follow your heart. I said, Diddy, but I
Mm.
have this job here that, that provides for my family, it's this and that. He said, but if it's in your heart, don't worry about what people say. Just go out and do it. And I didn't have any money. I didn't have, I did my little research, the little bit I did do. And I was like, I don't have a lot of money. I know it costs, a good bit to open up a business. And I was like, I'm gonna step out and do it. And most of my coworkers, they was like, "Hey, but there's no money in the fitness field. There's no money in making, and having a gym. Most gyms close down and whatnot." But I always had it in my heart to do it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out and do it. So I just went and found a storefront. And the storefront I went and looked at, it was about say 500-600 square feet building, a little small little storefront, and it was a hair salon. And a friend of mine, he walked in and say, "Hey, I have this spot here for about $700 for rent." He said, "What you gonna do with it?" I said, "Well, I'm gonna make a gym out of it." He laughed at me. He said,
Wow.
"He said, brother, you do." He said, "You do know this is a hair salon?" I said, "Yeah, but I'm gonna make a gym out of it." How you gonna make turn a hair salon into a gym? I say, "Watch." I say, "Well, here's what I see. This is my vision." I say, over here, I'm going to have bikes. Over here, I'm going to have a floor. Over here, I'm going to have a tanning room. And up here, I'm going to train all my clients. He was like, "Okay, you see that? I don't see it." He said,
Mm.
I see a hair salon. I see this booth right here. I see this wash tub right here. They do hair." He said, "I don't see it." I said, "Well, when I get finished with it, you'll see it." So I went back to work and I went and talked to my Diddy, who I prefer Diddy. I call him Gillis. Yeah, actually, I worked with him for over 22 years. And I went back and I told him about the little space I found. And I went and showed him. He said, "Son, what you gonna do with this?" I said, "I'm turning it into a gym." He said, "No way." He said, "I don't see it. I don't see it." I said, "Okay." So the guy that I was renting from, that was going to give me the building, he said, "Well, the bill is $700 for the rent." He said, "Well," I said, "Well, I don't have $700. The only thing I have is $500." He said, "Well, $500. You start off with $500." He said, You can charge me that. Oh no, you can pay me that $500." And he said, "Even so, I'll leave the lights and the water on for you." I would say,
Wow.
"Oh, really?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah. If you see that, I want to see it." I said, "Okay." He left the lights and the water on for me, and I just paid him $500. And I went in December December of 2013, and I gutted the whole building myself, gutted it, turned it into a gym, paint everything black and yellow because those are my colors I love, and I turned it into a gym. And I came back and I went and got him and brought it back. He walked in, he was surprised. It was a gym. He said, "Oh my goodness." He said, "Well, I'm gonna keep the lights and the water on for you, until you get on your feet." So I went back and I told my Diddy, I brought my Diddy and my mom and my mama Diddy, Tina's mom. I brought all three of them to the gym. And of course, my kids was with me. They helped me do all the demo. My kids helped me do everything. We was up day and night, mid early morning, just bamming and tearing up stuff and carpet and stuff. So we did all the work and we came back and we had a gym. So my mom and Diddy and my mom and Diddy came and they looked at it, they just cried. They couldn't.
Wow.
I turned it into a gym, and that gym we moved in February of 2013, and we had so many kids. We expanded so much, and we expanded. It was 500 square foot building. We had so many kids, but we expanded outside in the parking lot. The people in the different businesses there, they started parking on the outside perimeter of the gym, just to give us room because there was so many kids. And there they see so many kids. Well, if they're occupied and having fun and doing things, they're not in the streets doing anything wrong.
Right. So now you're a community partner, not just a
So,
gym.
not just a gym, now it's a community
Wow.
thing. So we had so many different events and things like that. And, I had different businesses coming, just passing by and seeing all these kids in this parking lot because it was like on the main street of Altamont Avenue. It's Altamont. You only have let me see, three main streets. You have 341, you have Altamont, and you got 17. So it's three main streets. And we was on the main street of Altamont, and people kept seeing all these kids and different businesses there come by. Hey, who are you? Who are you? Well, I'm Kalvin Brooks. I have a gym. It was called Pound for Pound for Kids Fitness Center. So we're doing all that and having different events, bike events, events in the parking lot. Doing that. And one of our tenants, they was like, "Hey, you getting too big? What you gonna do now?" So therefore, then I had to go back. I had to go out and look for a bigger spot.
Mm-hmm.
That spot, since we got so big, I went probably about 3 blocks away, and there again I found another mess. Of, so I found another building. It was 2,000. It was 2,000 square foot building, and it was a warehouse. And it was this guy. Well, this lady. She used to work with me at my corporate job at Glen Electric, Canvar, and her husband had a warehouse. He had retired, and he came to me. I went to him, and his name was Charles. I went to him and I said, "Hey, Charles, do you mind? Do you want to lease your building or rent it out?" He said, "For what, son?" I say, "Well, I have a gym on Altama, and I said I've outgrown it." He said, "You outgrown it?" He said, "But what you gonna do with this building here?" And he come lo and behold, he was a hoarder. He had all type of antiques, boats in the ceiling, uh, shredded paper everywhere. Because in his profession, he did billboards around the community and city and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And he went to different businesses to shred paper before they had the trucks. He went and picked up all the businesses, important papers from the hospital, and he'll bring them back to his shop and he'll shred it, all their documents and things like that. So all that paper was everywhere, rat infested. It was just a bunch of clutter, junk. So he looked there. He said, "Hey," and that particular day I went there, he was making a set of chairs for his lawn. He did everything, and it's pretty much it was his man cave away from home. So he had a bunch of junk. So I went in there. He said, "You're gonna do what? You're gonna make this out of a gym?" He said, "Man, it's a whole bunch of junk. I got machines over here and machines over there." He said, "Well, what are you gonna do with it?" I say, "Well, I don't need the machines. I just want to, just clear it all out and make a gym and whatnot." It was like 3 sections of a gym. I had a big, huge section say about first section was like 900 square feet, and we had 2 small sections. And he said, "You're gonna do what?" I say, "I'm gonna make it a gym." He say, "Wow." He say, "Well, how much are you paying over there at the other place?" And I told him how much I was paying. He say, "Well, this place is it's gonna cost you something. You got that many kids?" I say, "Yeah, I have that many kids. You think you can make?"
Wow.
I say, "Yes, sir." He say, "Okay." He say, "Well, what if I give you a 2-year lease? You think you can pay the rent for 2 years? Of the 2 years?" I say, "Yes, sir." I say, "Well, I have a lot of kids now." I say, "But if I get this place, I'll get even more." He say,
Wow.
"I don't think it's that many kids that's going to be doing some exercise." I say, "Sir," I say, "It will be." I say, "It'll grow." I say, "I have a vision, and I just know it'll grow. It'll exceed my expectations." He was like, "Well, I tell you what, I'll get this machine out. I'll get this piece of equipment out, and everything else, I'll bring a big old dumpster here, and you come on. I'm not gonna move that. I'm old. I'm not gonna move. You can move everything yourself." So he rented me the space, the 2,000 square foot space, and we gutted everything. I got some of the kids, I got some of my family members to come out and help me, gut everything out. We went down. I didn't have no rubber flooring or anything, and since I worked for this corporate job, we dealt with a lot of different companies and stuff like that. And they one of the companies, they dealt with rubber flooring that's on the floor, and I
Yeah.
went to them, and since I was a nonprofit organization, they donated a lot of rubber to me. It wasn't flooring, but I made it flooring. It worked.
Wow.
It did a job. So I got all the rubbering from them. They donated it to me. It did that. I painted all the walls yellow, black. Had carpet in the back, and I just started bringing equipment in. Started bringing the little bit that I had in, and then I was doing that, and still networking, going out, reaching people, reaching kids, and promoting my business. This and that, and I came across a friend of mine. I was pretty much a member to every gym in Brunswick. It wasn't a gym I wasn't a member of. So a friend of mine came up to me and said, "Hey, I know this guy that's on at it was at a different another gym. I don't know quite know to remember the name of it, but he said he's giving away all this equipment. He's getting new equipment in. Maybe he can donate it to you." I was like, "Gym equipment?"
Wow.
Yeah, a bunch of his whole gym. He has to get rid of it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to him. I went and talked to him, and he said, yeah, I'm getting ready to get new equipment, and I don't have no room, in my warehouse to put all this equipment. He said, can you use it? And I was like, of course. I said, I'm working out. I'm training kids now and things like that. And he was like, oh, really? He said, well, I tell you what, you can get all this equipment in this gym, and I'll just use it I'll just use it as a write off, a full gym.
Wow.
And I took all that gym. I had a truck and a 8 by, I think it was a 15 by 9 trailer, and I loaded everything on that trailer. Me and a couple of friends loaded everything on that trailer and took it to the gym. And we put every piece of equipment in that gym, a full gym, and we loaded it up, put everything in the gym, and that's when everything was born. And when we did that, we had all the equipment plus everything I had from my other gym, and
Yeah.
started doing that. And lo and behold, the kids start coming in. The kids start
So
coming.
how many, like hundreds, I'm saying hundreds, I know it's thousands. I'm sorry, I'm messing with my number. I'm in the chat, I'm trying to drop the amount of tips that he gave y'all. Just in 15 minutes, I collected 7. Okay. So I'm trying to keep, I warned y'all, this man walks in favor, but there is so many tips that are, y'all, it's in the chat. Y'all need to keep up.
Yeah.
Because I'm hearing vision, the fact that you had a vision, the fact that you really, you understood your assignment, your purpose. You have the connection to the community. You make your business about your clients. They're first and foremost. The kids that you have impacted and their families. So I know we're saying kids, but y'all, he was also impacting parents of kids, guardians of kids, community leaders, right? So it's not, it's not a small fish. I just want to put it out there. He's very humble, but I'm not. He's not a small fish. And the ability that you were able to even having these conversations with because I think a lot of times we have, as visionaries, we have these conversations with people who can't see what we see, and sometimes it's hard to translate. Your story of how you even overcome that is, I mean, that to me is amazing, because when you come from working in a corporate environment or a government job or a 9 to 5,
Right.
and you step into your purpose, it is sometimes it's it's a little bit, it's hard to manage if you don't know how to tune out those voices when you have people saying like, how you gonna pay this rent?
All the naysayers and the people
Yeah.
that doubt you and things like that. You have to stay on track. You have to stay on that path of what you believe in. People may not see your vision. They may think it's impossible, but you have to make it. It's the and that's we're gonna move on, and that's why I came up with the name of
Not normal. Tell us where that came from.
Well, we got the gym all set up, and I'm training all the kids, making networks and things like that. Networking with different businesses and things like that, and the parents, the kids. I'm training the kids, and we're doing exercises, and they're doing stuff that they don't normally do. I'm taking them out of their comfort zone. Just trying to embed in them that if you stay complacent, if you continue to do that saying, if you continue to do the same old thing, you're going to get the same results.
Yeah.
So doing that, I try to take them out of their comfort zone. You know, try not to keep them. Don't stay stagnant. Always do something different. Dare to be different.
Yeah.
So I did exercises that way. Some of the kids they'd be like 100 reps. Who gonna do 100 reps? Who gonna do 200 reps? And the gym where my second gym, it was on Newman, a street called Newman Drive, and it was just one straight long road, and we used to run that road, and pretty much it was like a half a mile road. And I'll tell them, okay, we're gonna do 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, 200 air squats, and we're gonna do a Newman run. Everybody run a Newman. So that's pretty much running the whole street. So it's just doing something totally different, just taking you out of comfort.
Mm.
You have more people today, when they go to the gym, you're doing 3 sets of 10, or you're doing 10 reps of this. If you continue to do that, your body's going to get complacent real fast, and you're never going to see results. So, you got to confuse the body, keep it guessing. You don't want your body to get, complacent, and you can want to continue to lose weight, gain muscle, or tone, whichever one you want to do. So you have to do the things that's necessary.
Yeah.
So the kids say, Coach, a guy came, one of my friends came and interviewed me, and he was doing a video, and the kids say, everything he does in here is not normal. Coach, you're doing everything.
Mm.
So we was doing that, and I was like, not normal. I say,
They just said that in the chat.
yeah, just
Not
jokingly,
normal.
just jokingly, I was like, not normal. That sounds good. I say, I'm gonna use that name. That's with my next business. So as I'm training the kids, so the parents dropping off the kids. So there I have the parents dropping off the kids. Now the parents say, okay, we want into this action too. What you gonna do for us? So I said, okay, I'll leave the kids with Pound for Pound for Kids Fitness Center. I'll leave them with Pound for Pound. And I'll train the adults with Not Normal Fitness. So I had both of those entities running out of one gym.
Wow.
So I did the parents 5 a.m. in the morning, and from 5 to like 9 or 10, some of the parents, and then in the evening, I'll train the kids when they get out of school. So from 3:30 until the last person dropped the weights, we're training. We're in there grinding, and it was a warehouse, so there was no AC. I don't believe in AC training because you get AC when you get home. So when you're in a warehouse, it's just you, the atmosphere, and I had
And the sweat.
you're gonna sweat, you're gonna be stank. You come there with a perm, you're gonna sweat it out. You come there with new braids, we gonna draw. Hey, they gonna fall out. You come in there with lashes, they falling. We really work it in there. So that's where Not Normal came out of. So I went and got Not Normal Fitness into INC LLC, and we've been blessed. I've been training adults. Elderly people. I started training more elderly people. They start coming in, training them, and I trained my son. His name is Kalvin as well, and I got him certified, and he started training with me. A few other trainers, they started working with me to give me some help because I got overwhelmed with so many
Yeah.
kids and people. And my daughter, she came in and gave a hand. My mom, when she was living, she came down on her little lunch break and came down and gave me a hand with paperwork and things like that. So it really grew in that 2,000 square foot building, and lo and behold, God just continued to bless us and things like that. And He blessed us so much that we outgrew that 2,000 square foot building, and I had to go on a search
Wow.
of looking for another building. So I was looking and looking for another building, and we found another building. It was 5,000 square feet. Yeah, 5,000 square foot warehouse, and that one it wasn't quite as of a mess, that the second building was, but it was a mess. I had bathrooms had to be redone and things like that. So I just reached out to the community, for help with the bathrooms, getting it painted,
Oh.
doing the floors and things like that. So we bought everything from the 2,000 square foot building over to the 5,000 square foot building, and we went in
So
there.
what's the time frame like? What's the time frame from?
We was in the 2,000 square foot building for 3 years.
Okay.
For 3 years, and to 2017. Go back in the 500 square foot building. We was in there from February 2013 was when I became my first nonprofit, when we opened the doors. In 6 months, we outgrew that and had to go to the 2,000 square foot building. In 3 years, in the 2,000 square foot building, we outgrown that one in 3 years. And then we moved over to the 5,000 square foot building. It's a warehouse. All of these buildings are
Okay,
on my.
I'm making sure you say that so I'm making sure people know the timeline so they can understand like the rapid growth that
Growth.
happened
Right, right.
as well, right? This is also not normal. I just want to make sure this
And,
type of rapid growth is also not normal.
yeah,
But I love the fact that you were able to call on the community. You asked for help, and a lot of times, especially entrepreneurs, we're not sure who to ask. But the fact that
right.
you asked for help, and did it show up?
Oh, it showed up and showed out. And and while I was in the while I was in the 2,000 square foot building, the kids, majority of the kids was some football players, and everybody played sports, and they would go to school, and be like and talk so highly of the gym and Coach KB, and the coach is like, who is this KB? Who is this coach? That y'all going to get this training from? After practice. So, and it was like,
Wow.
Coach KB. He got the gym over there on Newman Drive, pound for pound for kids. So the coaches, they were so curious, they loaded up in their vehicles, a van, came to my gym. I'm training parents and clients, So, and they came to the gym, and I just heard all this commotion up front. The coaches, everybody, coach this, coach that, coach. Look at this gym. Don't you like it? Such and such. And I'm like, who? What coach is here? I'm the only coach here. So they walk in and they look around. They was like, oh my God, where did you come from? How long have you been here? So I'm sitting there talking to some of the high school coaches and things like that. And that's when the birth of all the high schools came about, all the middle schools came about, all all the little league baseball teams, all they came about. Everybody started hearing about this gym, and that loaded my gym up with every
Wow.
sport there was. And I wasn't going to get into baseball, softball, but a friend of mine, he convinced me to put a batting cage in the gym. So I put up a batting cage. He ordered a net, and I ordered a net as well. So he changed one of my back rooms into a batting cage, and when I opened that floodgate,
Wow.
it was amazing. It was amazing. And you can go on
So
my
you
page.
saw another opportunity too
Another
on
opportunity,
Facebook.
right?
Yeah,
To
another
reach.
opportunity came up. So
Yeah.
it feels like you actively, yeah, someone dropped I'm trying to keep up, y'all. There's a lot of comments, expansion that
Yeah.
I'm only up to tip 11, y'all bear with me. So what I'm seeing, like the trend line for you is,
Right.
I mean, you're a businessman. Let's be real. Okay, you're a businessman, and so therefore you're looking for the opportunities that make sense. And if in my mind, it's all aligned to your vision and your strategy, and how you treat your customers is really what has them coming back, and what continues that cycle just keeps blessing. Like, I mean, I hope that you're going to take it on the road where you'll become a motivational speaker, because we can't cover everything in 40 minutes, but we certainly, if y'all in the people in the room are speaking, and the folks are already feeling so blessed by everything that you're sharing. So we're hoping that, you have plans. I definitely want to make sure we talk about your supplements.
Right. Okay.
Can you talk about your supplements?
Okay. Yes. I came out when I moved up here to Atlanta. I came out. I wanted to always, when I was in Brunswick, I always to have come out with a supplement line. I always wanted to come out with a clothing line for fitness and things like that. So I couldn't do it in Brunswick because I was pretty much all tapped out in Brunswick. So I came up here, and up here just got more elevated and more motivated to do more things. And I got with a gentleman here at the gym that I'm at now. He was like, hey, I've been following you when you was in Brunswick. Have you ever thought about, your supplements? I was like, I've been thinking about that. I say, I don't know how to get into it and tap into it. He said, hey, why don't you go to this company here? They teach you about all the supplements, every ingredient you have to learn, and you build your own products. I was like, you do? I say, yeah. I was like, oh man, I said that'd be great. So he turned me on to this company here in Atlanta, and I went to some of the classes. I did some of my own homework, to build my own supplements, because of course, you can't have the same supplement on, that someone else has. So therefore, I went to the class. I studied about all the supplements, to build my own, what goes in it, what's going to be beneficial for this person, that person. So I started building my own supplement line. I came out with 5 lines first. I came out with protein powder, chocolate vanilla, because I'm a big fan of protein powder, having a supplement pre-workout, post-workout. Came out
Okay.
with came out with BCAAs. I came out with my elderberry. I came out with collagen. I came out with my own multivitamin, and I'm just gonna show it. This I'm
Oh
holding.
yes.
And
Yes.
all of my supplements, pretty much, they mean so much to me. I name them after people that that pretty much impacted my life. My mom, her birthday is on 3/16, so
Oh
I named
wow.
one after her, 3/16, and I named one after my dad. His name was Killer. I named one after him. I named one after Diddy, my Diddy. He was a big inspiration, a big part of my life, to where I am now, being a man. I named one of my supplements EJs after him. You can also find that line. I'm gonna drop this one. Also drop
Yeah. Tina,
supplement
drop the link in the chat.
on, at www.notnormalfitness.com inc.com. You can go there and check out all my supplements. We're gonna get ready to drop our clothing line as well. We're gonna do that. But Shelly, it's just been I'm talking about, prayer really changes things. I'm talking about, you stay humble, you stay focused, and that drive that's in you, you just have to just follow it. And if God says so, just do it. No matter
Mm,
what nobody else says, you just have to, just continue to strive forward, and don't let nothing steer you away from it. And here, just being in Atlanta is just not going to stop me, because my whole intentions was to come to Atlanta to, open up my own gym. But I got another opportunity to run this big 23,000 square foot building, plus building. So
wow.
um, and when I left Brunswick, I pretty much turned that gym over to a couple of friends, in Brunswick, and they're running that one. So when I left that, the same blessing I got that the guy
Mm,
gave me by leaving everything on, the lights, the water and everything on, I blessed them to do the same thing, and I left everything
wow.
on, in Brunswick, for them, so they can get their feet on the ground. And he blessed me up here. I'm blessed. I'm just I love what I do. I'm just so passionate, and stepping in a whole new, I've trained, so many people, and now I'm stepping in a field of training more different ethnic groups. Think of
Hmm.
and it's it's just been amazing. I've
Wow.
I'm touching now more different nationalities than anything right now. So it's plentiful. The people here in Atlanta is amazing. And I just it's just a blessing. It's a blessing, Shelley.
Well, you're an absolute blessing to a lot of people. Like I said, sometimes it's hard because I know you're not studying the numbers, but for the rest of us on the outside looking in, we can see it. So again, like because I said, I'm not ashamed to hype anybody up. Whatever, y'all. He's
Yeah.
amazing, and your journey. Again, people see the where you are right now, and just being able to hear from you about some of what you've gone through, it is so inspiring. So for a lot of us, and I'm trying to go back through the chat, like forgive me if I'm missing anything, y'all, and feel free to drop some stuff. But the fact that you stuck to it. There's so many people who, they know what their purpose is. They might have a vision, but they fall off the track, or they're afraid to follow through on it. And you literally are, walking your purpose, and you're so humble about it. And I told you when we talked that the favor is on you, and by nature, because it's on you, it's all, it's kind of overflowing to the folks around you as well. So you're blessing so many people around you. And, if I do nothing else, I want to make sure I say thank you on behalf of the folks who can't do that, so that you hear it from somebody that you are so appreciated. Everything that you do, all your bodybuilding, all the sweating stuff that you, all the
Yes,
supplements, all the hard work is not easy. This is hard work, but
it
you
is. It
are
is.
absolutely doing it, right?
Absolutely. Bodybuilding has played a major role in this, because I've been competing for about over 10 years. I've been competing. So, I've done my share of competing and lifting weights and everything like that. So right now I'm just pretty much promoting my brand, continue training clients, and, just getting ready to bring out my clothing line. We're doing summer here in Atlanta. I haven't went national with it yet, or brought it out yet online, but clothing line is coming next. And
But you got to get your body first. So y'all need to make sure you go to the website and sign up to be a client, so you can get fitted for them clothes. Take the
yes,
supplements, right? They are, there are supplements that he really thought about, taste tested, went through the whole process. Certified personal trainer and educator, professional bodybuilder, has supplements, has clothing line. And I'm going to go ahead and predict, motivational speaker coming up next, because I think that you need to be in front of folks, even my age, over 50, who are just stepping into, entrepreneurship, or thinking about doing something, with their actual purpose. That we need to hear from folks that are, especially folks that look like us, who are doing such amazing things and making it happen. And for
yeah.
those of us who are thinking, you can't, y'all.
So you can, and always have a good support team. Always have a
Yeah.
good support team. That's the main thing of having a good support team. If you have your significant other, like my fiance, she's my biggest supporter.
Yes.
When I came to Atlanta, she was like, "Okay, I see this, I see that, I see you doing this, doing it." I say, "I don't see none of that," but look at me now. I'm here in
Yes.
tune with you. I have this, the gym and things like that. My supplement line, my clothing. I have all this stuff, and she's been my number one supporter. My number one supporter.
Tina is boss, and y'all, I'm not gonna spoil her, because she's coming on separate. We're trying to make KB's night. I'm really trying not to
Yeah.
throw up, but she is just one of those amazing. I'm just amazing. That's my girl. I'm just gonna put it out there. So,
She is.
so
She's my fan.
I wanted to ask you before we wrap, what do you want to be remembered by, or remembered for?
I want to be the coach that could. The coach that could, but you could. No, no, no. I just want to be. No, I just want to be. Just remember the guy, the coach that that just helped any and everybody. You know, uh, just the one who just gave his heart, the one who was just passionate about what he does. Just gave his heart to whomever. To live a healthier lifestyle. Just that coach that you know that did it all. Just put everything out on the line. Just I just want to remember as that coach. That
I
coach,
love that.
trainer, that coach, that one. He wasn't a drill sergeant, but he just made sure you got it. He just want to make sure you got it, and and everything that I teach you and show you, that it just lives on. It just lives on.
I love that. Well, we're going to park it here. Thank you so much. Again, I just want to
Thank
drop the
you.
notnormalfitnessinc.com.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
was a fantastic. I'm over here like my glasses are foggy, because I'm not trying to be crying on camera or nothing. But I am so honored. This is
Thank you.
so,
Thank you
this
so
is
much.
so, you poured into all of us tonight. And for those of y'all watching the replay, check the links. Please, let us know. Hold on, there's a comment I'm going to read. Seeing beyond the natural uncovered so many levels of your vision. Such a powerful session. Thanks for sharing. Now she gonna make me
Thank
cry.
you. Thank you so much. It wasn't easy. I just want to say it
Oh,
wasn't easy. It was a lot of closed doors in my path. I just couldn't stop. I didn't see myself stopping. It was you know, it's a lot of people, a lot of haters out there that want to see you fall, but you know, you just got to continue to move forward. You know, I'm not going to say it was, you know, everything was handed. Everything wasn't handed. I had to grind.
To
Literally,
work, yeah.
yeah, I had to work to do it. And it's just, you know, I just kept one foot going forward. And, you know, I took one step, God took two. He said, come on, just come
Oh,
on. So
yo,
it
I
was
can't
just,
type no more.
I can't, I just
Oh,
couldn't stop. And I said, I can't stop now. So, and I won't stop. So I just love
wow.
what I love it. I love every bit of it.
I love it. Well, on that note, we're going to end the broadcast, but we'll hang out in the back room. The last piece of the sermon that y'all should have picked up was he took one step and God took two.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. Kalvin, we're going to tell the people goodbye. Thanks, y'all.
Goodbye. Thank
Please
you all.
like, love, share the video, you know, talk to your friends and family about it. Make sure if y'all are in the room, like before you leave.
Yes.
Have
Thank
a
you
good
so much for
night.
having me.
Absolutely. Bye, y'all.
Bye.